This is Health and Wellness Podcast on Liberators Network, and today we'll be discussing harnessing hyperfocus. Mr. Victor, as an experienced clinical therapist who is specialized in behavioral and speech support, can you explain to me in details what special interest entails?
Special interest, thank you very much. When you're referring to special interest just simply means interest you have in a thing over
Okay,
others.
okay,
Yes. So if a person likes football, long tennis, table tennis, and swimming, the interest cannot be the same. So the one with the highest interest is what is termed special interest.
okay.
So when you now pay more focus, you give more time to that one that you love the most. That's what is referred to as hyper focus.
Okay.
Yes.
So, are you telling me that having a hobby is the same as having a special interest?
Yeah, excuse me. When you say having a hobby and special interest,
Mm.
what's a hobby? Hobbies are things you like. Yeah, interests. Then you could, like what I previously said,
Mm.
it is the same, but special interest is a special hobby. Yes.
Okay.
So you have hobbies, but your most preferred hobby becomes your special interest.
And it becomes an obsession. Can you say that
Well,
too?
I obsession is a negative word.
Okay.
Yes. They are just hyper focused.
Mm.
They are hyper focused on it. Being obsessed could come out as negative.
Okay.
Yes. So that's it.
Okay. In your clinical experience, can you share a story where a child's obsession was misunderstood at first, but later became the child's greatest strength?
Okay. I've worked with a few autistic individuals,
Okay.
quite a number of them. And one thing that is synonymous to all of the family I've worked with, yes, is the family tend to superimpose their interest
Oh.
on that of the child.
Hmm.
Yes, and it is a natural phenomenon. And I feel that needs to change because everyone have the mind of their own. They have their own mind and they
Okay.
should be allowed to pick what they want, which is, best for them. You can guide, you can analyze
Mm.
things and make them, have a clearer picture so they'll make well-informed choices.
Okay.
But quenching it is a no-no. Quenching their interest is a no-no. One of the family I supported, the child um, wanted to be a footballer.
Hmm.
Yeah, he has interest in football. And one of the things again that I would like to make parents understand, the society needs to know, is these interests are not just inherent. They are
Oh.
not inborn.
Okay.
These interests, they are influenced by what they see, what they hear,
Mm.
and how they perceive things. So those around them need to be up and doing most of the time.
Okay.
Yes, and there need to be clear communication so these individuals don't go about picking the wrong things, wrong interest. That being said, back to what I was saying, this child wanted to be a footballer,
Yeah.
has interest in football, can analyze from the kick, start of the match to the end, and stats was in his head. He has statistics
Hmm.
in his head. He will tell you this person has scored so goal. He scores in so minutes, and that teams this and that. He really really loves football, but his parents want him to be an engineer,
Wow.
an electrical engineer.
Hmm.
So when I came on board, I made it a call of duty to make sure that the parents shift their focus from seeing that attribute
Mm.
as a disadvantage
Okay.
to an advantageous position. Today, the child is an analytical data analyst.
Wow.
Yeah, he works as a data analyst in a firm. He's doing well for himself. So what we did, one of the things that I did was to harness his strengths, right? He is quite obsessed. I found out that he's quite obsessed. He's very, very passionate. Now, not obsessed. He's passionate about data, statistics. It triggers him. It gives him this joy that, okay, he has facts. He likes facts. Okay. And the life of autistic children or individuals is factual. They don't live in a world of their own. They like facts.
Hmm.
Okay. And with that, I started building, and myself being also a football person, we
Okay.
were able to communicate. So
Hmm.
our language became the same. I understood his language. I was able to speak his language, and also was able to make the parent see that this can be used to better the life of the child.
The child.
If the
Wow.
child is not going to become an electrical engineer,
Hmm.
so to say, we can work around his strength and make him, uh, fulfill purpose. And today he's a data analyst.
Wow.
Yes, and one thing is with him is he loves to learn. So
Okay.
I would not be surprised tomorrow if he's uh,
Something greater.
something greater, yeah, in the engineering world,
Hmm.
possibly with statistics and the likes.
As a therapist, have you seen a special interest act as an emotional safe space for any of your clients?
Yes, over the years, working with individuals that are autistic,
Mm.
particularly, they tend to see and feel, also take personal their special interest. It is not just a special interest. A neurotypical child could just be playing football for the fun of it.
Yeah.
A neurodivergent child, an autistic child, they are perfectionist.
Oh, okay.
So it is more than just playing football. They want to be at the right place at the right time. If they are defenders, they are very calculating. They understand patterns. They read the game. They are very good.
Mm.
Before you can go past them, you need to be extraordinary good.
Mm.
Okay, so this skill, these attributes, they hold it dear to their hearts because they pour in their soul into that. They see it as a work. So it is a safe space for them because it is not just any hobby. They have poured emotions into it. They have poured time. They've poured out their soul. So it is a safe space. So 9 out of 10 times,
It's
yeah,
always this.
it's always a safe space.
So, can this be as a result of their fixations on this said special interest?
Now, when you say fixation, you're referring to hyperfocusing.
Yes.
Yeah. So uh, hyperfocusing is not in itself bad, but it
Okay.
is what you are hyperfocusing on.
Okay.
Yeah, and that is why they need people like us who are therapists and other professionals and guidance, right? To guide them rightly. So they pouring their soul into something is already making it a safe space. So yes, because they are hyper focusing and definitely they are they are having this emotional attachment. It could be a job.
Mm.
Yeah, they could be
Mm.
very interested in their job.
Wow.
Yes, so they see their job as a safe space.
Mm.
They
Okay.
work and work and work, pour their hearts, pour their soul. Yes. So yes, it's because they are pouring part of themselves or all of themselves into that thing. That is why they are hyper focusing. Yeah, they are hyper focusing because they are pouring part of themselves or
Into.
all, yes, into it.
Okay.
Yes, so that's
So, can you say that a child
it.
that is
Yes.
always fixated on a thing,
Yes.
can this be a sign of autism?
A child being fixated on a thing, be it animate or inanimate,
Mm.
it's not necessarily in itself a sign of autism.
Okay.
But we do know that autistic individuals, they tend to isolate themselves
Okay.
because of lack of neurotypical understanding.
Mm.
Yeah, the neurotypical individuals do not understand them. They don't understand their communication patterns. So
Yeah.
therefore, they just stay on their own, and then they see it as um, isolating. So they isolate themselves. When they're isolating, because their brain is working 2/4/7, yeah,
Mm.
most of the time, right?
Mm.
Yeah, they tend to do things. They are occupied. You would most likely not find a neurodivergent and autistic individual that is idle. Even
Mm.
though they are seated, their brain is thinking. Yes, they are creating a whole lot in their mind. Yes, so that's it.
So are you saying that based on my own experience,
Yes.
my brain doesn't rest? While sleeping, while I'm awake, I'm thinking of one
Want
thing or I can't shut my brain down.
down.
Are
Yes.
you saying that this could be a sign too?
Yes, very well. It could be a sign, but you still need to go for um medical diagnosis for
Mm.
us to confirm.
Okay.
Okay. But it's a strong sign.
Mm.
Most times you have autistic 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 times you have autistic individuals having their brain working all the time, round the clock,
Wow.
round the clock, round the
Wow.
clock. Yes. Just think of it as a laptop
Mm.
having different windows open, tabs.
Okay. Yeah,
They have different
exactly.
tabs open. They have
Exactly.
tab for food, tab for clothes, tab
Yeah.
for this, that,
And
name
they're
it.
all working at the
And they are
same
working at the
time.
same time. And
Yeah.
no one is suffering. You in your brain, you just switch. You switch focus.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that's it.
Okay, back on fixation.
Yes.
So, as a therapist,
Yes.
when a parent come running to you,
Yes.
complaining about their child's fixation on one thing, so
Yes.
how do you help them see it differently?
Okay, yeah, remember I told you I worked with a couple of families, supported a couple of families, and this is what I do. When I'm supporting a child, I don't just support the child, I
Okay.
support the family.
Mm.
Yes. So, as a therapist, we are not just to support the child, we are to support the family because we know what they don't know and they see firsthand what we don't see. So, there needs to be um, a, a teamwork.
Yeah.
Supporting neurodivergent individuals is a teamwork. So,
Okay.
first, I listen to them
Mm.
and I acknowledge their concerns. We also make them understand that this child has the mind of his or her own, no
Hmm.
matter the age. And I remind them that they are there to guide the child,
Mm.
to help the child live a fulfilling life.
Yeah.
And as a professional, the next thing I do is ask questions, get data, get informations, observe, look at patterns, and then I look out for the child's strengths. I tally
Mm.
it, okay, with
Yeah.
what has been said and what I've observed.
Mm.
And then I come up with an evaluation and tell them, oh, okay, this child, I have observed this child is showing strong interest in this
Okay.
and possibly little interest in this. I could give them 3 options, 4 options, and then we work with it, right? So with that, I first make them understand that the child has a mind of their own and remind them that they are there to guide the child and not superimpose what uh, they want on the child because a few parents might just be bleeding on their child
Mm.
without knowing. Okay, parents that could not be medical doctors, they want their child or
To
children to be
be,
medical
yeah,
doctor. So
exactly.
we need to eradicate that and also look out for patterns, right?
Mm.
That shows the strength of the child, and then we work with that. So we are shifting their focus from hyper focusing from they are not seeing it as fixation any
Yeah.
longer. They are seeing it as um a habit, an interest,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Interest.
okay, my child is showing interest in possibly technology,
Mm.
building, and all of that. Yeah. So we move it from fixation to interest. So I try as much as possible to make them see it as interest and not as fixation. And
Okay.
with that, most times, yeah, we record success.
So the whole point of all this is to bring out the best in the child.
The best in the child.
Okay. So can you share your experience
Yeah.
on how a special interest had helped a nonverbal child or a socially withdrawn child to regain communication?
Okay. I worked with a child. I think he was 7 at the time.
Mm.
He was speaking actually while
Okay.
he was much younger, and then the speech stopped.
Ah,
Yes.
wow.
And then they brought the child. We spoke. We did what we needed to do.
Mm.
But the child was withdrawn, and the child also liked to play with toys, moving vehicles,
Mm.
particularly. So this is how I started. We started with play therapy. I started with play therapy. When we have therapy sessions, instead of going to, oh, let's do speech therapy, this and that. No, we go down and do the play. We play.
Hmm.
Yeah, we play. We move the remotes and all of that. We play.
Mm.
We throw stuffs out. Sometimes I might just throw stuffs up, and just to catch his attention and
Mm.
make him know that okay, we are in this together. So with that, he started, unboxing gradually
Mm.
towards me,
Mm.
and then we had a bond.
Oh.
Then he was able to trust me because he now understands that I understand his language. I spoke his language first, and that led to him, unboxing and unwinding. He started speaking over time.
Mm.
First, we started with car, then we started with colors, blue, red, identification of colors.
Yeah.
Then gradually we start with car, bus, train.
Wow.
Yeah, all those things we could see around.
Mm.
Then we started including letters. Yes, alphabet A, B, and like that. We started and like that. And before you knew it, he was able to speak again.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
So
a process, but definitely,
it's
yeah,
it's worth it.
yeah, it's worth the time.
So you made mention about this your client being able to speak at a
Yes,
younger age, and
yes,
all of a sudden the communication stopped.
stopped. Yes.
So is it as a result of his fixation being tampered with, or the parents just like disapproving his fixation and just trying to force him to be in quotes normal like other kids?
Okay, I think it's a mix of everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I've handled about a, a quite a number of that, right? And the pattern I've always seen is trauma.
Oh,
Yeah, trauma induced. The
as a result
speech,
of what?
trauma induced, is family issues,
Okay.
parents having their issues, and then they are bleeding on the child.
Oh,
Yeah, so at a
yeah.
young age, they are vulnerable. Emotionally, they are very vulnerable. So
Mm.
when they are trying to get their feet and then you take their anchor away, it creates a chaotic situation in their brain that's already very super uh, active. So when you bring chaotic stuffs into a very active environment, you imagine what will happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what that affected his speech pathway.
Mm.
Uh, like three of the cases I've handled, that's what happened. Yeah,
Same stuff.
trauma. And one other one, the child was sick.
Okay.
Yeah. So that one is understandable. High fever or hay fever could affect speech.
Oh,
Yeah. So
okay.
that's it.
Wow. So, based on your clinical experience, have you
Yeah.
witnessed special interest transforms a child's confidence? And how does that play out emotionally?
Yeah. I've worked with a few persons, both clinically and outside the clinical world, right? As a therapist in schools and the likes. I had this. Let me tell you about this child.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep the name anonymous. So I had this child, a girl. when I got to that organization, a school setting,
Mm.
she was down, down, down the pecking order,
Mm.
like down, down, down. She wasn't, she wasn't there, and she was a science student at the
Mm.
time.
Okay.
Yes, she wanted to study chemistry, likes,
Mm.
but she didn't even understand chemistry. She was scoring zero in mathematics,
Wow.
scoring zero in physics, and likes. They brought her to me, we, introduced her to me and likes. We spoke, and one thing I noticed was she lacked esteem. Her self-esteem was gone
Oh.
already because she didn't
Yeah.
understand anything. She was a different learner,
Okay.
not a neurotypical learner.
I know
So
that she's not smart.
she's smart. Aye, she's smart, but the way teaching was being done is not the way her brain can assimilate, can understand it. So our processing pattern was quite different from the way teaching. Yes. So had one-on-one sessions with her, and in a short while, she went from um every time I remember that, I'm very happy and I'm proud, yes,
Mm.
of her. And I thank God for the privilege. She went from being beneath the class
Mm.
to topping the whole school.
What?
Yes, from
Wow.
to topping the whole school. She went on to be one stronghold
Mm.
that when the school go for competitions, she's the one that the onus lies on.
Wow.
They know when she's there, forget it.
Hmm.
You and definitely all the competitions she participated in,
Yeah.
the least they came out with was the second position. The least.
That is really interesting.
Yes. So, and she's graduated now. She's
Wow.
served now, and she's doing well for herself.
Hmm.
And I'm very, very happy for her. So, yeah. So, uh, interests, right, can be turned to become the best. Can make a person be the best. You understand it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if the right approach is put in place,
Mm.
definitely those interests would turn out to make, yeah, because she had interest in calculations,
Okay.
in balancing equations, the chemistry jargons.
Yes.
She had interest in chemistry. So immediately she got a person that understood her language and was able to pass information in a way that her brain can
Assimilate.
assimilate. She was just taking everything hook, line, and sinker. She was like, at the time, I was like, please just relax. And yeah, she was that, yeah. And throughout her stay in university, great, great, great. She was just breezing through her courses, yeah, because someone unlocked it.
Oh.
So you see, her interest now has been made to, and we have people like that around the world.
Yeah,
We
of
we,
course.
we have there is this lady. She's a team lead in IBM, a leading technology organization company in the US. At the age of 3, she's a Autumn Van Creek. At the age of 3, she picked interest in computer.
Hmm.
Yeah, her teacher wanted to suppress it, just like any teacher would want
Yeah,
to.
of course.
Her parent was called in and spoken to, and like that. Um, but she didn't stop. She continued. She continued. At the age of 13 or 14, she made a computer. She built a computer,
Wow.
yeah, from carcass, from strays. And at one point, she built a website and she hosted it.
Hmm.
And she went on to do great things in technology.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I'm happy for her. She's also an advocate of the neurodiverse yeah,
Mine.
mind. Yes.
So based on what you're saying, it reminded me of myself. A whole lot about myself.
Okay.
So I think with all these things you've been saying, I think maybe I need a clinical
May,
analysis.
okay, maybe behind the camera you come, I'll assess you.
Yeah, I need that because when I was in secondary school,
Yes.
so I have this chemistry teacher.
Okay.
I think he maybe he also is has is a neurodivergent
Divergent individual.
yeah individual. So the way he does is he doesn't have a note. You know, people that are science students in secondary school
Yes.
understand what I'm saying. Chemistry note is
It's
it's
voluminous.
voluminous.
Yes.
So he would just come in the class and said, for example,
Yeah.
reaction of sulfur. He would
Yes.
just summarize it. Just
It gives you a summary.
exactly. It made me love chemistry. I was always reading my chemistry textbook because he
Okay.
has already summarized like 2 chapters of
Yeah.
textbook under
Yes.
just
Mm-hmm.
little
10 lines.
10 lines exactly. So it made it very simple for me
Easy.
that I actually studied biochemistry in school.
Wow, that's
Because
great.
even during my lectures
Yes.
in my
Yeah, during your
university
school
days,
days,
yeah,
yeah.
I always like it seems that his voice is always
Kept echoing
yeah,
your
it kept echoing in my ears.
Okay.
I was like, just like what you
Yes.
described this girl.
Yeah.
It's just like short and simple and making the
That's
neurodivergent
it.
mind assimilates better.
That's it. I think he could be. I'm not labeling him, but with what you just explained, he could be an ADHD. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. For him to be able to summarize a whole lot, he could be an ADHD. Yeah, yeah. That's what I feel.
Okay, in therapy sections, how
Yeah.
do you intentionally use your client's special interest to build trust and connection?
Okay, so as a therapist, one thing I do is I don't just go in with my routine.
Okay.
Yeah. I gather a lot of information about the child, about the family, about different settings, and that make helps me to make informed choices. So instead of going in with my own routine plan, I go in there to fit into the world of the child.
Okay.
Yes. So if the child likes anime, I become an anime lover. If the child likes football, I become
A
a
football
footballer.
lover.
If the child likes basketball, yes, I had this client I supported one time likes basketball.
Okay.
Until now, he lives with me. I didn't like basketball while growing up
Wow.
because I didn't like the fact that they were throwing balls with their hands.
Oh.
Yes. And they were not kicking it and running and stuff like that. So, but when I supported that child, I needed to love basketball.
Oh.
So, because I needed to understand their concept, how basketball works, I need to think like a basketball fan or supporter to be able to relate because that's the strength. So
Okay.
yes, and when I did that, we're able to connect. We're able to talk about one of his idols is Michael Jordan.
Okay.
So I went to read about Michael Jordan and all of that. So yeah, so that's it. So when I run therapy, I start with the strength. I
Okay.
fit into the child's world, and then start with the strength. With that, we are able to build a connection. And when the connection is there, every other thing will seem seamless, even though you might, at one point or another, experience some hard times. But because there is a connection, you'll be able to overcome the hurdle. But if there is no connection, then there will be frustration on both ends.
Exactly.
And because there is a connection, what builds that connection is understanding their language.
Okay.
Yes. And how do you understand their language? By not suppressing their interest, rather amplifying it,
Okay.
getting involved in their interest. Yes. That way, that's it. Let me summarize with this. If I speak English, I'm speaking English. If a Chinese person should come in and he's speaking Chinese, we won't be able to communicate.
Yeah, of course.
Yes. Why? Because there is a difference. There is a difference in our language barrier. Same thing. When you are running therapy, there should be l- no language barrier. There should be no language barrier. That means you are speaking the child's language. It is your responsibility to speak the child's language as a therapist, as a caregiver,
Yeah.
not the child speaking your language. So that's it.
Okay.
So that's how I run my therapy. We speak the language of our clients.
Okay.
Yes.
So the whole idea of special interest and the whole idea of what you do
Yes.
is to bring out the best
Yes.
in a child
In
through their special interests.
yes.
So, have you witnessed firsthand when a child's special interest is constantly dismissed or restricted? How does it affect the child emotionally?
Okay. I was consulted uh at the time, child. She wants to be a business person.
Oh,
Yes. She has she's by the time I picked her up and then we walked till now I'm speaking to you, she's a mathematics guru.
wow.
Guru. Anything mathematics that just give it to her.
Mm.
Even though she's seeing it for the first time, she's going to unlock it. Yes. Even without anyone explaining to her. So that's how good she is. But her grandma wanted to be a nurse,
Oh.
but failed at it.
Mhm.
Her mom wanted to be a nurse and failed
Failed
at
at
it.
it
So
again.
the grandma and her mom connived together to push
Oh,
her
to
to the
become a
stand
nurse.
to become a science student.
Okay.
So she'll be able to read nursing. But her
Oh.
mind was not just that's not her interest. And it made her lose her self-esteem.
Hmm.
She even though she had um financial freedom
Hmm.
being provided by her parents,
But she's not fulfilled.
she doesn't just like it. She
Wow.
she keeps saying, once I'm done with this, I'll give them the certificate so they'll be okay.
And then
And
she
I'll
can do
go back
whatever she
to
wants
what I
to.
was here. And it builds resentment in the heart of the individual. Over time, you see them resenting their parents. Why?
Mm.
Because now they have freedom. They can do what they want to
Yes.
do. And they're like, you made me waste so and so
Yes.
years, and that's it. So and that resentment is born out of regret
Yes.
when they see their colleagues that they
Doing
know you're
exactly what
doing
they wanted to
well,
do.
yeah, and they'll be like, okay, it's not my fault, it's this person's fault.
Mm.
They lose their balance in life. Yeah,
Mm.
so it causes a child to lose their self-image.
Okay. Based
Yeah.
on what you just said about this family,
Yes.
so can special interests become a bridge between the the child and the family? And
Yes.
how does it play out?
Very, very good. I used to tell parents that please pay attention to your children, whatever they show interest in. You just need to educate them, enlighten them.
Mm.
Don't totally trash it, right? It is from the informations that you give to them that is at their disposal that will help them make more informed choices. If a child has a special interest in, say, building tractors,
Yeah.
it is a very, very good bridge because the child is autistic, don't forget.
Yeah.
So, because the child is autistic, most times the child will isolate
Okay.
away from the family. But if the family shows interest in
This special interest.
yes, in that building that tractor,
Mm.
don't you think they will all be communicating
Yeah,
together?
that's true.
They'll be communicating
That's
together.
true.
Yeah. So, and that means that communication gap has been breached.
Yeah.
That is one. The second thing is it's going to foster togetherness and, increase the self-esteem of the child that can
Mm.
even rub off on others.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah. So, based on your experience, have you worked with a client
Yes.
that has turned his childhood special interest into a meaningful career in adulthood?
Yes. Yes. I have worked with quite a few. There's this boy, if he, let me tell you something.
Mm.
When we're in the office then, it's a school setting, he will just come, say, Master, please, permit me 2-3 minutes. And he's going to sketch you.
Wow.
Yeah, he's going to sketch you. I can tell you, you might not be that 100%,
Yeah.
but he's going to get 70. I like he'll just stay peep, 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 and he'll say, Master C, Mistress C, I drew it. He'll sketch you, whatever is on your table, everything. He's going to fix it. Today he's into animation.
Hmm.
Yeah. He's then he uses his notes. his note
Big Dodo.
to draw this cartoon, the caricature, super strikers, and he will draw them. He likes to draw. He loves it, and he's a science person.
Hmm.
So then we wanted to um you know change his focus,
Oh.
but yeah, I wouldn't, yeah, but at the time, mm, I wasn't at that time. I wasn't disinformed, right?
Mm.
Okay, so but at the time also, we just decided to leave him and let him do his thing, as long as he's happy doing it and is feeling fulfilled. Because from time, uh, my core value has been people centered, not
Okay.
just about me. Yeah,
Mm.
people centered. So we just had to let him be. About last year or 2 years ago, I saw him. He's into animation.
Wow.
Yeah, he can now create that cartoon, that
Yeah.
caricature. He can now use the
The
computer,
3D
yes,
formats.
in 3D form and make them. So I'm happy for you can see his interest now.
Yeah, of course.
So that's it.
So, from a therapeutic perspective,
Yes.
how do you, what do you have to say about society seeing fixation as obsession? How can you make the society see this, see what they call fixation as passion, power, and identity?
Okay. Um, Awareness.
Okay.
Yeah, we keep creating awareness, and we don't just create awareness on social media alone. We go to places that uh, the home setting really is, like the marketplaces,
Mm.
the market women, the market men, the businessmen. You go to religious centers, right? Even those who are making policies, they need to understand this. So with this, we'll be eradicating uh, an obsolete mindset that fixation is bad, right? It's bad.
Mm.
No, it's not. Fixation is wrong in itself. Fixation, that word personally is wrong. It is hyper focus.
Yeah.
It is passion. So showing passion is not bad. It is uh, helping these individuals to be well informed, so they would not show passion in the wrong things that are, things that are destructive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that. And uh, we can see, for example, Elon Musk.
Mm.
Yes, he's not autistic, but he has come out to say he has been diagnosed with ADHD. So
Mm.
he's an ADHD. He's very passionate about technology. And
Yeah.
you can see what he is doing for himself. Today, he's the richest uh, person in the world. He has held that, position
Yeah.
by Forbes once, twice, and like that. You can see what he's doing with his Tesla company, how they went from a negative to a
Of
positive in
course.
their business. And
Yeah.
so what he's doing with Twitter, he bought Twitter and changed it to X.
X. Yeah.
People thought possibly he's going to crash, but it's not crashing. It's getting
It's
stronger,
working
stronger,
stronger.
and you can see what he's doing for himself. So hyper focusing is not bad in itself. Take for example Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo. Yes, if he's not hyper focusing, he would have crashed out of the
Of
sport.
course.
Lionel Messi, if he's not hyper focusing, he would have crashed out of the sport. You can see people who did not hyper focus, they don't last.
Yeah.
And in the industry, those that lead are not the ordinary mind. They are the neurodivergent mind. So I actually want to say this, and not to disrespect any neurotypical individual. If you show passion, you're gonna be at
Yeah.
the top. But the neurodivergent mind, they lead definitely, because they have the ability. It's inherent in them to be passionate on one thing.
Mm.
Yeah. So that's just it.
Wow. Okay, Mr. Victor, based on what we've been saying, so can you give us a summary of everything we just said today and then a message to the parents out there?
Okay. A message to the general public
Mm.
is Don't quench the light, don't quench the interest. Rather, you need to guide it. You need to help the child make well informed choices and not to downplay their passion. And also, it is not fixation, it is hyper focus. They are only showing passion, and this passion, if well nurtured, can actually be a pointer to a bigger picture. So, in a nutshell, fixation is the wrong word, hyper focus is the right word, and passion is what you are seeing that child do. Quenching the passion would not be nice. Enhancing the passion is what would help that child come out of the shell. Thank you, and see you next time.